You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Whoa, what's good, family? We back for the latest installment of the Pelicans post-game show. We all just watched the travesty tonight. Shout out to everybody in the building. But before we do anything, without further ado, I know y'all ain't gonna be too happy about it, but let's go ahead and listen to this idiot.
What was just kind of the difference there in the third quarter, and what was the breakdown, I guess, defensively, particularly there?
Well, really, they turned up the pressure in the third quarter. They got some much needed, like, loose balls, 50-50 possessions that they came up with, dove on the floor. Defensively, they were getting out in transition. So, it looked like, I have to go back and check, but it looked like our offense, our inability to get to the paint and be poised when we get there, led to their transition. And that gave the momentum. But we played 3 good quarters, a lot of good there, a lot to build on, but we have to be better in those moments of understanding that teams are going to make some adjustments. And the first adjustment is to play hard. I thought they came out in the third quarter and they turned it up a notch. And when they turned it up a notch, it allowed them to get back in the game. We have to be better in those moments.
Talk about the building blocks. One of those is fears and just the job that he was able to do. I know we've talked about how much he's gotten better every practice, every rep. Mm-hmm. It seems like he kind of took that into the game. Just what did you see from him in terms of how he was able to get things going there, especially the second half? Yeah,
he was aggressive on both ends, and that's what we want from him. Really using his speed, getting downhill, getting to the paint, making good decisions with the basketball. Defensively, he's picking up 94 feet. So a lot of good from the young fella tonight.
Well, I know it's just one game, but what did you kind of learn about your team tonight, if anything?
I liked our start. I liked our togetherness. I thought the guys battled. We have to understand it's a 48-minute game. We did a great job of building a lead. And then we kind of came unraveled in the third quarter. So collectively, we got to go back, watch the tape on it, see what we can be better. But just from what I felt, they turned it up a notch in the third. We did a great job of climbing back into the game, taking the lead. But then, just hard for us to sustain it down the stretch.
What were your thoughts about Jordan Poole, especially his start to the game tonight?
He was great. Got us started right away, hit some shots defensively. Our guys were connected. Again, we just got to do it for 48 minutes.
We didn't talk about Zion, but he played like over 33 minutes. I mean, what about his play, and not just his play, but his ability to be on the court for that long for you all?
Yeah, he had a monster night for us. Collectively, I thought the guys, it was definitely a solid night, even though it's a tough loss for us. We got to continue to challenge each other, though, to be better on both ends, especially in those moments where teams try to turn up the pressure on us.
Hey, Coach, kind of sticking with Zion, to be specific, that just looking at the first two plays, the first one where they had a lob at the rim, y'all defended it well, got it, broke out. Come back the second one, it was Zion ran out, kind of doubled the ball out of Ja's hands and then took Ja as the defensive, responsibility there. Just what's that say about what you're going to ask Zion to do, the scheme there, just what led to those decisions being made?
We'll talk about Zion.
Yeah, it's growth on his part. Just taking another step in the right direction as a leader, taking the responsibility on the defensive end, challenging himself. And there's so much room for not only Zion, for our team to continue to grow. But I thought he stepped on the floor tonight with intention. He played aggressive. He's dynamic when he has the conditioning that he has right now. And, that's all a credit to his work.
Right. And there's always going to be some fouls like that first quarter. Yeah. You complain about it. It kind of gets the crowd back into the game. What was the message there?
Keep playing through the whistle. I thought Z got hit a couple times, and then we can't foul as much as we did. We put him at the free throw line 43 times. That's a lot. So we have to be better at guarding without fouling.
Got you in the last two. Talked with JP before the game about Allen Iverson being his favorite player and the swag and the grittiness. A fan even gave him a Allen Iverson autograph today. I don't know if you've seen that in the locker room, but just your ideal JP being the AI for this team. And just being that lead point guard that brings that attitude.
Well, he has the capability of doing both. He can be a guy that handles the ball, playing pick and roll, find his teammates. He's also extremely dynamic off the ball, coming off pins, coming off different screens. He's got a great shot fake, get to the basket. He's an underrated finisher. Just love what he brought to the group tonight.
And when we kind of talked about the depth of this team, what did you kind of see in that department tonight? A lot of guys contributed.
Yeah, a lot of guys. That's something that we want to continue to explore. Having the depth, having the ability to go 10, 11 deep. We saw a glimpse of it tonight. I like what I saw from our second unit. Even Queen getting the game, adding some toughness, some rebounding for us, and we're going to continue to get better. And that's the beauty in our team. That's what I'm encouraged about. We'll go back, watch the tape, have a practice tomorrow, but a lot of room for growth with our group.
Last one in the hallway after the game, seen Misi actually needed help getting back to the locker room. Any update on that? Nothing.
No update yet.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yep, thanks.
All right. Willie is finally out of here. I'm sorry I had to put y'all through that torment tonight. I just wanted to actually hear, what he had to say. Because you know what? After watching him play tonight, I am pretty confident that we will not have to listen to this shit too much more longer. It was just a true disservice, I think, to everybody who watched this game, a disservice to the players. They had everything they needed to be able to win tonight. They should have won tonight, except the person that's leading the charge, man, they have no eyes outside of the game. Like a coach sits back and he kind of watches the game while you in the thick of things and be able to tell you things that you possibly can't see in it, and you got a team on the other side that I forget that coach's name, but he's obviously light years ahead of Willie Green. They went in, the Pels were playing awesome, especially that first quarter. Herb was playing out of his mind, had a pretty solid game, really a great game. And they were playing great. The first half, they got back in the game, but this is Memphis, tough team. They're going to get back in the game. We weren't going to blow them out all game. And then just another third quarter collapse, man. Just another third quarter collapse by Willie Green. They have no just idea what to do when the other team starts to do something different or what you're doing isn't working. We have no backup plans. We have no strategy. If the guys ain't out there figuring it out, running ISO balls, ain't nothing we gonna do. So you could see what's coming watching this game. All of us sitting there watching this game, and we know what's gonna happen. And ain't nothing you can do about it. But shout out to the Pels though, for battling, putting up a good fight. They did that. Zion didn't have his best game, which is crazy because Zion still had 27 points on 21 shots. And I thought he was kind of off tonight or rusty, you could say. But let's go over these team statistics, and get down to the nitty gritty, look at some of the box scores and talk about a few other things, man. Cover the matchup. I don't know if Lexxah, Big Q is going to step in. They got me running shotgun tonight. Not shotgun, solo tonight. You know what I'm saying? So let's get over these team statistics, though, get this out the way. The Pels were 45 of 98 on the night. Grizzlies were 41 of 80. Field goal percentage from the Pels was 45.9%. The Grizzlies shot it at 51.2%. Three-point shooting for the Pels was 10 for 27. That would put them at a 37% clip. Memphis shot 11 for 37 at 29.7%. Free throws were clearly in the advantage of the Grizzlies. They shot 43 free throws. 43, family. They made 35 of them too. But, we got something. We shot 31 of them. We only made 22. That's 71% for us, 81% for Memphis. You ain't going to win a lot of games shooting 71% from free throw line. So that's definitely on the players. But we dominated on the boards. This was an area I was a little shocked to see. I thought we were still going to have some issues rebounding, but we got 47 of them. They got 39. We had 17 offensive rebounds. 17. They only had 6. We had 30 defensive rebounds. They had 33. 20 assists for us, 20 assists for them. We had 10 steals on the night. Zion was very active out there with his help defense, man. He's awesome at that. They had 5 steals. 4 blocks for us. They did have 12 blocks, though. And Zion was getting blocked a lot. 15 total turnovers for us, 17 for them. We conceded 21 points off our turnovers, and they conceded 21 off of theirs. We had 19 fast break points to their 22. Points in the paint goes by the way of Pels. We had 66. They had 56. We had 30 fouls on the night to their 29. And the largest lead of the night was actually held by the Pels with 15. And you had that one technical foul by Derek Queen when a player actually hooked him and held him as the referee watched. But when Queen pushed him off, they decided to call a technical foul on him. Thought that was a little weird, but that's how I go. They always catch the second guy, they say, right? So what's up? Big Q is up in the building. What's happening, Big Q? You want to say anything about the team statistics or move on to the player stats?
First of all, big ups to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. You out there moving and shaking?
All right. A little bit. What I see, man, the Pelicans, man, were interesting. Let's just say that, bro. I mean, the 40-point third quarter, they were in full control of this game. Then that third quarter happened, and it just wasn't the same. Now they battled toward the end, but man, there's no way, in my estimation, watching this game, there's no way Pelicans supposed to lose that game. A shorthanded Grizzly team, most of their key reserves hurt. Triple J fouls out. Ja Morant had some type of ankle, even though it didn't look like it. But that wasn't supposed to be a loss. That's very disappointing, seeing that happen. But, man, it's still early on. It's the first game of the season, man. But, for us that's familiar with what Willie Green does as a head coach, man, this is kind of just more foolishness, man. This was not a good loss by Willie Green, man. And Joe Dumars keep collecting them coins, man. And ultimately, it's just this is ridiculous, man. I mean, I like what Jay Fears did, and the young guys came in there and they made an impression. Poole early, Zion was frustrated, but still got his points. Herb Jones looked decent. Seen some play from not decent. Herb was actually pretty good. Yeah, I got to give Herb a better grade than that.
Really good.
Sadiq Bey did his thing in there. Prayers to Yves Misi. He went down to twisted his ankle. So that's another thing we kind of look at. But I'm encouraged in terms of the young production and players that we've seen. But I am not happy about us losing this game to the shorthanded Grizzlies. That was not a good look. And, that's just a coin in the pocket against Willie Green, man. That's not supposed to happen. And then he stands up there at the end of the game looking doing that raccoon face with that stare, that weird, like I don't know what happened. And it's just, I'm just like a lot of Pelicans are just tired of this dude with these non-adjustments and bad calling and taking people out when you're not supposed to be. I don't understand the fears thing. It's just a lot, man, that I'm gonna have to kind of look over DC after the game, man. But that's my early estimation from watching.
Yeah, did you see in that fourth quarter when they panned to Willie on the sideline, he was sweating? I just thought about you. You were saying he was on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had all type of beads.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was definitely sweating, bro. I did see that.
Man, we about to lose. We got old sweaty.
I did see him sweating. I think that's a good thing.
He said that's a good thing.
Yeah, he was definitely sweating, bro. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. His ass is sweating, and it's a part of the game, man. Because this type of a competent coach, bro. There is no listen. It's the first game of the season, but there is absolutely no way you're supposed to lose this game. No way. No way at all. Triple J fouls out. Ja was kind of dealing with that ankle. All of their key reserves are missing, and you still lose the game by 6 points, 4 points, whatever it was. It's just that. How do you do that? How do you let this team shorthanded as they are, with guys getting in foul trouble and everything, and they still put up a 40-point quarter in the third to take the game? It's just, this is insane, because what it does it gives me some forethought, because I'm looking at some of these other teams that's not going to be shorthanded. That's going to have the aces in their guns. What the hell are you going to do then?
Right.
So this is my thing, man. I really don't like the fact that we lost this game. I really don't like it, man.
No doubt. What's up, Lex? We got Lex in the building. She did join the show.
What's up, Lex?
Hey, how y'all doing?
You got anything you want to say before we get to these player stats? We done already went over the team statistics.
Do you see they got the interviews up there too? Is because I would love to hear from.
We just showed the Willie Green interview, man. I opened the show with that. It was just as bad as you thought it would be. He said the other team turned.
I'm glad I missed that.
They turned up the pressure. That's what happened. That's why we lost. And also,
but that's what they always do.
We had some stumbling. What he said something about the building blocks. Like he's kind of blaming the shit on the rookies a little bit.
Oh,
it's just the interview.
I can't stand Willie Green, bro.
Be with Willie Green, man. And they asked him a question, an in-depth question about Zion, and Willie Green started blowing hot air. It's like. At first, he started talking about Zion. He tried to get that shit passed real quick. He didn't want to talk about Zion for some reason. Well, go ahead, Lex. You go ahead and give us your opening statements on what happened tonight, and I'll go over the player statistics after you.
Okay. I need y'all to finish this song for me. Okay, can y'all do that?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attempt to.
It's beginning to look a lot like
Christmas. I don't know, Lex. I'm starting to kind of feel Black Friday. My man in the comments, somebody said, they giving me Halloween vibes. They talking about Michael Myers. I don't remember who they had that in the comments, man. Might be Halloween. Right?
Can somebody finish it? Jay Carvel said, like hell. Oh my gosh. Anybody else want to take a crack at it? This is I will say this. I didn't see the first half. I didn't see the first half because I had my own practice. / tryouts. So I didn't get to see that. But in the third, yeah, it looked like deja vu. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies turned it up a notch, and Willie was supporting them. When I say that he's supporting them, I will be very specific. At the 5-minute, 34 seconds mark,
The controller didn't come on, Lex. That's what happened.
Zion, the Grizzlies started to go on a run.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really, really picked it up. The only one who had something going was Zion for the Pelicans. Like he was making back-to-back plays.
I know what you mean.
Him and Ja were basically going back and forth. And at the 5-minute 34 mark, Willie pulled Zion out the game. I guess that was his time to come out. Willie could not break
the game too, right? I think Ja went out the game, and Zion went out. He threw the little cushion off his seat too. He was pissed.
Well, I'm not really worried about the Grizzlies, and I understand that that's great. I wasn't paying attention. What I was paying attention to is the momentum. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about, the feel of the game. I mean, if the feel of the game is important, understanding the vibe, the feel of the game, what's going on in the game, the momentum shift is very important. That is a part of coaching. The Grizzlies really, really picked it up. And the only person who really had it going offensively, you took that person out. You took them out. That's when the Grizzlies took the lead. 1 minute and some change went past. And that's when you brought Zion back in. You should have never taken him out, because that allowed them to extend their lead and extend their momentum.
Mm-hmm.
You neutralized your own team by taking your star player out. But guess what? This is the kicker. In Willie Green's eyes, Zion is not the star.
Well, who's the star then, Lex?
No one is. No one is. Willie Green neutralizes his own team, which is the weirdest thing I have ever seen a so-called coach do to his own team. Why in God's name would you neutralize your own team? And I have mentioned this many a times before. That's what he does. Willie Green is helping the other team out. He's not really a Pelicans fan. He's not a Pelican supporter. Because if you were a true Pelican supporter, why are you acting as an informant, okay, for the other team? And then it's this team that's paying you. You're not making decisions that are helping the team. You're not. You're throwing a wrench in whatever the team has going on. And really right now, the Pelicans, just looking at the way that they're playing, it's like, what's that one song, man? Everybody out there is trying to be a star. Everybody out there is trying to get theirs. Everybody out there is for themselves. There is a lot of one-on-one basketball. And I'm telling you, everybody, with organized basketball, that is not a recipe to winning. It's not a recipe to winning. But right now, it's very clear that Zion right now, Zion is being treated like a role player. The way the game plan, I'm looking at the game plan, if you want to call it that, and it's that's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. The second, I think it's kind of weird as far as even with his touches and things. It's like it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling because golly, if Zion had a coach, Lord knows that dude would be so much more developed than what he is.
Let me ask you this, Lex. Let's unpack that, because that's it. That you do mention that. You have mentioned that a lot. Let's unpack that about this thing about Zion Williamson. Based on information that we received and I received, there is no minute restriction on Zion Williamson. So why are they allowing him
exactly
to the floor of the game as opposed to these pre-encoded minutes? That for a second. That's interesting.
That's why I hate his rotational minutes. I hate them to the core, and I've been trying to keep myself together on that. But I really do hate his rotational minutes because it does not allow him to get into a flow, to get into a rhythm. That is so important. Why are you working against Zion as far as getting in a rhythm? Out of all people, why is he one of the first? If he's not the first one, why is he one of the first people to be subbed out? Can anyone answer that question for me?
Well,
He's not a minute restriction.
I don't think it makes sense, Lex, but I think the thought process, what I see with the rotations, and this was when I knew we was in trouble for sure tonight. They had he went with a rotation of, I think it was Jeremiah Fears, Sadiq Bey, it's like Hunter Dickerson, Herb, some shit, and Jordan Hawkins out there was Zion. Now maybe Herb was out the game. I was like, well, what is Willie doing? So the thing, and it went on like a 16-6 run or something when he put that rotation out there. And you put Zion out there, you got Hawk, who's a shooter, you got Fears, kind of, you say Sadiq, but why wouldn't you put him with a Trey or a Poole? I think he's thinking Zion can just carry everything and he's gonna carry the minutes till the other guys get back, that we not gonna call plays for really anyway.
I mean, really, everything that's being done
He's just
out
bad,
there.
bro. The man don't have.
He didn't make any sense.
He's just bad, bro. The man don't have the imagination, and he doesn't know his players. I mean, if you're gonna situate Zion, he doesn't know. He doesn't have a philosophy to play behind. I mean, you talked about the ISO ball and the street ball and unorganized basketball. No real intricate understanding of whatever Borrego has, because we've seen Borrego, what he was doing in Charlotte, his principles and ideas of how his teams are structured and they move around. None of that happens with the Pelicans. You see stuff going on, but when it comes down to the thick of the game, like we seen the first half of the game was respectable. They were doing certain positive things. They had a few mistakes here or there, but for the most part, the Pelicans were staying ahead. Then the Memphis coach made an adjustment or multiple adjustments coming into that second half. And when that happened, Willie Green had no answer for that. That man put up 41 something odd points, his team did in the third quarter. The Pelicans scored 22 to 41 points by Memphis. That helped situate and give them a springboard for the rest of the game. The Pelicans were playing behind it. Then when they were scraping closer, you had multiple defensive breakdowns. You had unforced errors. You had guys throwing the ball away in the clutch moments of time. And that's what I'm saying. The Pelicans, when it gets down to the thick of it, they don't have the clutch gene. And the coach doesn't know what he's doing. He's easily out-schemed by adversary or by the ops head coaches all the time. He doesn't have a philosophy to play behind that he knows well. And this is crazy because this guy's been here for 5 years. Hasn't it been 5 years? This is his 5th year. The guy's been here
This is
for
4 years.
Are you sure? It seems longer than that. But okay,
No.
but 4 years. We'll go.
The point is he's been here for too long. He's warmed out his welcome like years ago. And this is look, I said last season, in the middle of the season, they needed to get rid of Willie then. I did not want to see Willie Green in the offseason. I definitely didn't want to see him in preseason. And I did not want to see him going into regular season. Like, he really needed to go. That was so important. I know everybody was talking about, Lex, we got to lose. Man, bump that. We got to prepare. Remember I said that? We need to prepare for next season. And right now, guess what? The Pelicans are not prepared. They're not prepared. You know why? Because the preparation was last season during a losing season. That was the time, because we know that the Pelicans are on a delayed time period. They are very delayed. And I was calculating that in. I was including that. This organization, the way this organization operates, is very, very delayed. They're like 2-3 years delayed. And I'm not over exaggerating. I'm probably under exaggerating. But you all get my point. They're very delayed in their movements. And now you have pushed back. As long as Willie Green is here, you continue to push back that clock. You add on to the delay. So that means the Pelicans are like in deep, deep catch-up mode, if you want to call it that, because really they're going backwards in the catch-up because they continue to have this dude here who doesn't know what he's doing, who does not like Zion. That man does not like Zion. He hates Zion to the core. You know how I know? Because the way he plays him, the way he does his rotational minutes. He doesn't give Zion the ball. Zion gets the ball with the second unit. Why does he have to wait to get the ball? You're not giving him the reps that he needs in order to run point. Ja gets plenty of opportunities. Luka Doncic gets plenty of opportunities. James Harden gets plenty of opportunities. For Christ's sake, Cooper Flagg is getting the opportunities. He's getting the opportunities from the jump. And Zion, who is supposed to be the star player of this team, but when you look at the coaching says otherwise. He's not getting the opportunities. And this is year what for Zion? Why does this dude still look like he's still trying to earn a spot and prove that he's a part of the team? I got a problem with that. Like, it's really just crazy that he's not being maximized to really help this team catapult. And I feel like, obviously the coaching doesn't help. It really doesn't. It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But we got Mr. Jeremiah Fears up at the podium. Let's go ahead and listen to the rookie who had a pretty awesome game. Let's hear his interview.
Yeah, hate is a strong word, Jamal.
Oh, good. How much do you think these? I know we talked about it in summer league and then preseason. How much did those prepare you for tonight, and maybe what didn't it prepare you for that was kind of maybe still new tonight in a regular season game?
I'll definitely say it helped prepare me for everything. Those first couple of summer league games, and then obviously the preseason games, being able to get out there, get a feel for the pace and how everything is kind of structured and ran. And really the physicality standpoint as well. I'll definitely say it helped prepare me for this first game, and I'm thankful for the opportunity for the summer league and for the preseason exhibition games as well.
Did anything Did anything surprise you tonight, or was everything kind of now what you expected because you had gone through that? Maybe even like what you were able to do, or how guys defended you, or anything like that?
Nothing really. Still being able to go out there and play the game of basketball and play with my teammates. I think they all did a pretty good job tonight, especially Trey, JP, and Zion. They did a great job just communicating and being vocal throughout the whole game, whether we was up or down.
Jeremy, how would you say you did your first game? I mean, how would you kind of grade yourself, I guess?
Kind of hard on myself, especially if we don't win. I mean, I like to win and be on the top of the league. So I would definitely say it was all right. There's always room for improvement and to be better. So just knowing I got to go back home and get back in the gym.
What did you kind of see there in the third quarter when the game kind of got away from you all?
Really just being able to continue to lead, continue to talk. Like you said, they kind of got a lead on us, but still being able to go out there, play hard, and compete until say 0-0. So, I mean, I think I did a pretty good job going out there competing and trying to help us get back on the right track.
Everybody kind of piggyback off that. It's about what you felt. You know, you had family here tonight, 10, 12 of them are running too. Just what does it mean giving them that moment? They get to be here for your first game, taking pictures in the, around the arena, and then you played pretty well. What's that mean for you and them?
It means a lot. That support can mean a lot, especially for somebody as young as me. Seeing family here and being able to get them that experience, and also my first game as well. So, I mean, it was pretty cool, probably for them, but it was pretty cool for me as well.
And part of that coolness has got to be playing not with Zion, but also against Ja, stuff like that. What was those emotions?
Man, it was great. Playing with Zion, he brings a lot. Like I said a couple times before, he brings a lot to the table, and you can still learn from him as well. He's super young, and playing against Ja was super dope as well. He talked to me a little bit after the game, and at the same time, you still got to go out there and compete. So, I mean, he was probably trying to kill me, and I was trying to kill him as well.
Is there a part of this game, a moment, a play, maybe? It usually takes a while in the season for you to get a welcome to the NBA moment, a rookie moment. But what's something you're going to take?
I would definitely say not yet. Preseason, there was a moment. KD was just doing some crazy stuff. But other than that, I don't think it was a moment. This game, I would say.
Hey, Jeremiah, if I had told you this morning that you score 17 points and shoot 7 for 10, what would you say it to me?
I honestly don't know how I react to that. It would be more so whether we got the win. I mean, if we got the win, then it would be pretty good. But, I mean, we didn't get the win. So just knowing there's room for improvement, and we're going to go back home and we're going to fix up some things.
My man, not going to be a stat.
Thank you.
Huh? All right.
That kid is awesome, man. 17 points, ice water veins. I mean, he was going toe-to-toe with Ja Morant. He was attacking the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
He basically almost single-handedly brought the Pelicans back into the game.
Put him back in the game, Big Q.
I know that's what I was saying. I was like, see, that's the problem, and it speaks to Lexxah's point about Willie Green not knowing what he's doing. Like, guys they get heated. He gets scared and they're getting too hot. Let me take them on out of there and cool them off. This guy is strange. I don't understand what his coaching is or what he's trying to achieve. Yeah, I'm starting to believe that double Okuma. I mean, all I see is at the end of the day, man, is that it's just a terrible situation and so frustrating because you can visually see Zion Williamson upset in these games. Like he was knocking, like you talked about, DC, knocking thing off of there, him slapping away prospect's hand off of him. Yeah, he was. There was a play where I don't know if y'all caught it, where Zion Williamson was mounting it in the camera near up under the backboard, around the back of the backboard, caught him talking to the referee. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all heard Zion told him, I never would have got that call when he fouled the guy, the backup big underneath the rim. And Zion told the official, I never would get that call. I would have to get hurt to get that call. So he kind of being more vocal in his approach. But yeah, he was visibly upset and frustrated in that game about these odd situations where you're taking him out of the game. I don't understand what's that about and why Willie Green is taking him out of the game. It's this weird pseudo load management thing. I don't know what's going on. He's in supreme shape and they treat him like he's not supreme shape.
Like,
I don't get that part of the game.
Go ahead, Lex.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, Big Q. Like, why are we not like right now? Zion is healthy. He's healthy. Okay, stop treating him like he's hurt. Because when he really is hurt, trust me, he's gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? So if he's healthy, we don't need to pretend like he's hurt. He looks good out there. And one thing that I said is that a person is when they're really in great shape and they're really feeling good, when they're showing that defensive prowess on the defensive end. I know that's kind of says defense is the same thing. Sorry about that. But how many steals did Zion have?
He had 5, Lex.
I mean, I think he's healthy. I think he's healthy. Like
9 rebounds too.
You have to be. Yeah, he had 9 rebounds.
9 rebounds. Zion
Almost a double-double.
He was out there fighting on the boards.
Yes, so Zion gets it. You need to start if you have your skittish and your fears and everything, dog, keep that to yourself. But we don't you don't have to put that on Zion. You don't have to do that to him. One thing I will say, I really do like what I saw out of Fears, because it seemed like Trey Murphy kind of struggled in different parts of the game. Like when he was going inside, I don't know. It was kind of weird looking at Trey sometimes. Like, dog, what are you doing? So what Trey was lacking on today, Fears was kind of picking it up. The best that he could. With Queen, I'm not going to get on him. This was his first game in NBA action, legitimate NBA action, not including summer. Yeah, so I'm not mad at him. I think for the most part, he looked confident out there. He just needs to continue to just get in the game and, get more comfortable and stuff like that. But I'm not really mad at anything that he did. I will say, I don't know the situation with Misi, but yeah, he's definitely Queen. He's definitely going to be called upon because we're down a lot of big men right now, and really, that's
Misi, he appears to me to have suffered something with a foot or ankle or whatever. They say he had to be helped to the locker room, and the way he was down there screaming, unless he's an actor like Jose,
I thought it was
I don't
something
see
else.
him playing. I don't see him playing the next.
He rolled that ankle, you see.
I think that was a little bit more than a roll ankle. Q. When you roll an ankle,
it really did.
He didn't want to even let it touch the ground, man, and he was yelling like it looked like more than a roll ankle, man. Like something might be broke. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's just a rolled ankle and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Judging him from looking at him, he did step on the dude's foot, but the way he reacted to it, man, it looked like more than a rolled ankle, man. So we're gonna be down 3 bigs. Hopefully, he just miss a few games, 1 game, and come back, or maybe don't miss no games. But
man, I tell you what, DC, bro, when a device that you can, I'm gonna give y'all a idea for multi-millions of dollars. The person that comes up with a device that protects athletes' foot, or in terms of their foot from rolling, or it gives it some type of stability where that foot don't roll, where it can fit comfortably around the foot and it goes in the shoe. Or whoever can do that, that can prevent that, they'll make tens of millions of dollars, man. There's a lot of people suffer from that college game all over the place. That would be huge.
Yeah, it's almost like they need to reinvent the ankle brace, right? Maybe, was Yves wearing one? Jara was wearing an ankle brace.
You know what?
He rolled his ankle and got right back up and kept going.
A lot of these young cats, they wear those low top.
I don't get that, Lex.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? Like, that's just kind of crazy to me. And now, in, I guess, Jordan's era, if you want, they wore high tops. And I don't think you heard about stuff like this. Like, the durability was a whole lot higher, but I think there was some more to that too. But Yeah, they got to stop wearing these low tops. I know they have I don't know, I guess because of the braces, because a lot of guys, they get their ankles wrapped. So maybe they're trying to compensate for that, because you still do need a little bit of movement for the agility and lateral movements that you make out there.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe, hey, let's go low top, because they get they stuff wrapped, or get those ready-made ankle braces and all that stuff. But I don't know. They them low. I can never get into them low tops, man. Give me some high tops, leather.
Yeah, I
You know what
never
I'm
understood
saying?
that. Getting low tops to play a basketball game never made sense to me.
DC, you go ahead, DC, you invent that. I'll take half of it, and you get your half to Ireland, and then everybody be happy. So I think that'll be a win-win for the title.
I'm confused 2 times, really. So basically, I'm gonna invent it, and then I'm gonna give you half, and some third world country that ain't New Orleans half. That what you
Well,
said?
first of all, no, I'm saying because it's my idea. You make it. It's my idea. So
Idea ain't worth shit until it's executed.
that's how you gonna do it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
how you gonna do it.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What you mean? You gonna help me do it? If you help me
That's half the work. I gave you the idea. That's half the work.
Ain't none of
That's
the
half the work.
Hey, Q, we should make a flying car so we don't have to sit in traffic. That's a $1 billion idea. Go make it, and then you
A
give me
flying
half.
car.
Yeah, there you go.
A flying car versus something that you can just need a little innovation. It's just an advanced form of the ankle brace. But it's
Marley say you sound like a Nigerian scammer, bro.
donations. Man.
Well, let me go over these player stats right quick and get this out the way. Then we're going to, do the preview before we leave. Obviously, we got to preview the Spurs, which according to everybody in the chat, it might not be a fun preview because Wemby is on fire tonight.
I mean, the whole team looks good. They up by 20 against Dallas, 99-74. And the fourth quarter basically just started.
Yeah.
We got 100 Dickinson to slow him down, so don't y'all worry.
What?
Huh?
Moving on. Let's go over these player statistics. You got my man Herb Jones, who he actually had a good game tonight. I actually thought he made more shots than 6, but he did have some weird layups. My man in the chat, whoever said that.
Yeah, he did. He looked weird out there.
But Herb played 36 minutes. He was 6 for 14 on the night, 3 for 5 from the 3-point line. He had some step back 3-pointers in there too. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive, 9 total. So Herb did step it up with the rebounds, like we was talking about. 3 assists, 3 steals, and it should be 2 blocks, man, because he blocked a 3-pointer and he blocked another one, but it was more like a graze than get to him. 2 turnovers, and he fouled out at the end of the game with 6 personal fouls. He was a plus 11 on the night with 17 points. Zion went in and played less minutes than Herb. At 33, he was 10 for 21 on the night. Zion ain't taking no 3-pointers tonight. 7 for 12 from the free throw line. Got to get them up, big fella. 5 offensive rebounds, 4 defensive, 9 rebounds on the night, 5 assists, 5 steals for Zion. No blocks, but he did get his shot blocked quite a few times. 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, dead even on the plus or minus with 0. 27 points for Zion. And
how was he dead even when he had 5 steals?
Well, I mean, he had a lot of shots that got blocked, Lex. So I'm pretty sure.
Okay, what?
That's probably a lot of his shots got blocked tonight.
Yeah, I understand that, but
they had like 12 blocks, and I guarantee you at least about 6 or 7 of them was just off of Zion. So I'm guessing it's that because those blocks, and then he had 3 turnovers. They probably conceded to points maybe. But, the plus or minus be weird sometimes too. It'd be the lineups he was in with. They had him in with the bench the bench lineups, and they had that 16-6 run where we lost the lead. He was out there, stuff like that. But Trey Murphy, 32 minutes on the night. Trey had an off night too. He was 5 for 15 on the night. 1 for 6 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line for Trey, 2 offensive rebounds, 5 defensive, 7 in total, 3 assists, no steals, no blocks, only 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, -3 on the night for Trey with 13 points. Yves Missi played 23 minutes. He was 2 for 4 on the night, no 3-pointers, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 3 offensive rebounds for Yves, 4 defensive, 7 total, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 5 personal fouls, and he was a plus 14 on the night with 5 points. Then you had Jordan Poole, who he had an awesome opening to the game, man. I thought he was probably going to have 25, 30-point night or whatever. He cooled off a little bit in the second half. 6 for 14, 3 for 7 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, no offensive rebounds, no defensive rebounds, 2 assists, no steals, no blocks, no turnovers, 3 personal fouls, plus 1 on the night with 17 points. Hunter Dickinson, who played all of 5 minutes, and that's all I needed to see. He was 1 for 2 on the night, no 3-pointers, no free throws, no rebounds, no assists, no steals. He did have 1 block, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, -12 on the night, and 2 points. Derek Queen making his debut as a rookie, first NBA action, as Lex stated earlier. 15 minutes Willie gave him on the night. He was 1 for 4, did attempt a 3-pointer in the corner, I believe. 1 for 2 from free throw line. He had offensive rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds, 5 rebounds in total. He had a block, 3 personal fouls, -11 on the night. A few of them fouls, they was kind of giving him some ticky-tack fouls. 3 points on the night for Derek Queen in his first NBA game. Sadiq Bey played 30 minutes. He was 5 for 12, 1 for 5 from the 3-point line, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 3 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive, 6 total, 3 assists, a steal, no blocks, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, -13 on the night with 13 points. Jordan Hawkins played for 17 minutes. Felt like 5. I don't remember him doing much. But he did get 4 rebounds, 2 for 2 on the night, 2 for 2 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 assist, 0 steals, no blocks, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, -7 on the night with 8 points from Jordan Hawkins. And the man of the hour, other than Zion, probably had the best night. Put him and Herb up there. Jeremiah Fears, he had 17 points in 18 minutes. He was 7 for 10 on the night, 0 for 1 from 3-point line, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. He didn't get a rebound tonight. Did have two assists, no steals, no blocks, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, -10 on the night. In Memphis, their whole starting lineup pretty much was double guys. But the guy that really killed us was John Morant. He played for 29 minutes. He was 13 for 20, 2 for 6 from 3-point line, 7 for 8 from free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He was dead even on the night, plus or minus, at 35 points. And Jared Jackson Jr., his wingman, he put up 18, fouled out late in the game. 7 for 14 on the night, 4 for 4.
Starters were in double digits.
Right, all his starters. 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 0 for 4 from the 3-point line, 2 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive. He had 8 total, 1 assist, 6 blocks from Jared Jackson Jr., 5 turnovers, 6 personal fouls, plus 5 on the night for Jared Jackson Jr. Then you had Mr. Jaden Wells. I think he's a second-year guy. Came out, played 28 minutes for him, 4 for 8. 4 for all of the 4 for 8s were from the 3-point line, so he had 4 3-pointers out of 8. 2 for 5 from the free throw line. He was got 3 defensive rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, plus 11 on the night for the young fella, 14 points. Then you had Jock Liddell. Came out, played 25 minutes, 3 for 7 for him, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. That's their center, shooting threes out there. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive rebounds, 4 total. No assists, no steals, 2 blocks for Jake, 1 turnover, 6 personal fouls, so he fouled out as well. He was a -4 on the night, plus or minus 10 points. Then Katavius Cadwell Pope with 31 minutes, 2 for 8 from the field, 2 for 7 from three-point line, 9 for 9 from the free throw line, and he did hit the last 2 free throws to ice the game and put it away. And we have somebody else here showing up on the interview. This is Zion.
Continuously get better through preseason and through this game. What did you kind of see from him tonight?
There were definitely points in the game where, we needed a bucket. And even when the offense broke down, I think he did it 3 or 4 times where he just made some shaking, got to the rack or got to a short jumper. His name says it all. The brother is fearless. And like I said at beginning of training camp, he gets better every day.
How impressive is that just to watch somebody who turned 19 a week ago to be able to kind of pull out some of those moves that he was able to pull out tonight?
It's definitely impressive. This is the NBA, the best league in the world. And for somebody who at that age to, this be his first official game, and for him to handle that adversity the way he did out there. But like I said, those moments are crucial when, the offense breaks down and, the other team's on a run and we need a bucket. Like, those are definitely big buckets for us.
Hey, Zion, you kind of got off to a slow start, but what kind of got you going there once you?
Honestly, just the flow of the game.
Interesting.
I think I might have played 16, 18, 20, 25 or something. But no, this was the real deal. And honestly, it was just getting the flow of the game, right? I think I found it towards the end of the second quarter.
Zion, what does it mean to you when you look at the stat sheet and you see 33 minutes and 28 seconds, that would be like the second most minutes. You didn't play but 1 game more than that last year. So what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It definitely shows the work I've put in. It definitely shows that my coaches and the staff trust me to go out there and do that. And I felt great and I feel good. And I'm just keep that momentum going.
And in the third quarter, what did you see in that third quarter when the game kind of got
away? They put a 41 on us in the third quarter. That's the game right there. We had 22 in the third and they had 41. If we're trying to win, we can't have quarters like that because we lost by 6 and they outscored us 19.
My last question I want to ask you about just playing against Ja, man. What is it like when you get a chance to play against a guy that you grew up playing with?
In the midst of the game, him and myself, we're competitors, but post game, even when I talk to his pops, you can't help but look back at a time when I was 14, he was 15, 16. And, at that time period, I don't think people understand when you're a 9th grader, 10th grader, even 11th grader in AAU, the message that's always delivered is like only 1% of everybody's going to make it to the league. So to look back on it, and me and him were both on the same AAU team, and to see us in the position we're in now, it definitely means a lot.
On that, can you piggyback on anything that was said on the court there at the last few minutes between you and Ja? Once the game was kind of wrapped up, it looked like y'all were having a nice little moment.
For sure. That's my dog. I just said, don't do my young fella like that. But he gave a real answer. He said everybody had their welcome to the league moment. That was such a great response. I couldn't even be mad at it. All I could say was just don't do my young fella like that.
Heard that. And then looking at the intensity you had to start the game, the first play they had a lob at the rim, but y'all snuffed it out. Got a bucket, come back, and you blitzed up, got the ball out of Ja's hands, and then stuck with him as the primary defensive assignment. Yeah, he hit the step back, but it showed what you wanted to do defensively, schematically. With your energy, just what kind of tone does that set for what you're going to do on the defensive initiative?
I definitely want my impact to be felt on defense this year. And, granted, he hit the shot, but if I can always influence the offensive player to take off-balance shots like that, if they hit them, I think when we look at film, we live with it. But I definitely want my impact to be felt on the defensive end this year.
Hey, Zion, how much do you look forward to playing at home Friday and also playing against another number 1 overall draft pick?
Always competing against great players is, as a competitor is dope. But, I definitely look forward to playing at the crib. That's the city. And I hope the city come out, bring the energy, because, we're looking to put on a show and just, have fun.
Maybe last one. Before the game, a fan gave Jordan Poole a signed autograph by Allen Iverson. He talked about how that was his favorite player, stuff like that. And then I talked to him before the game about the grittiness, the swag. Do you think Jordan Poole can be that Allen Iverson type? Maybe a little better defense for this team.
What?
First off, I'm gonna give my
people's names in vain.
The answer. A legend in the game. Me and Poole had conversations about it. I'm pretty sure he has like a tattoo of Allen Iverson, just out of respect for him. And, he definitely looks up to him, studies film. And I think with the Iverson cuts that we can set up for Poole, he can definitely take advantage of those things. And I think another thing with Poole is, I think social media has this kind of, they portray this image of him. And when you get around him, and he's a dog. He's a competitor. He's a good dude to be around. And, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. I'm glad he's on this team with us. No problem. You guys have a great night.
All right, Zion, get up on out of there, family. So what do y'all think about Zion post-game? What are y'all takes on that?
I'm glad he took up for fears, I like that. Really his interview was fine. I don't have any complaints about it. He needs a coach. Zion needs a coach.
Yeah.
That's like everything Zion is doing is because of him. It's his talent. But there's nothing being added to him. There's nothing being put into him, as well as not just him, but the rest of the team. And that's my biggest concern, man. That's what I need. I don't have a problem with his interviews. Zion seems like very, very sincere. He wants to win. He did well today. He had a complete game. I feel like there's more that he can give, but because the coach does not put him in positions to give that more part, that more edge, because that's what a coach is supposed to do, is give to the team, like more than just their talent and their own IQ. You're supposed to be giving them IQ that's off the floor, like being able to see the game in its whole scope and be able to help these guys and maximize these guys. And I think that's the problem, the biggest problem that I have. But his interview was fine. The same thing with Fears. Fears has that it factor, but it's not going to be nurtured, not as long as you have this coach. And that's very concerning, by him being a young player. Even with the minutes and the guidance, just all that stuff, really setting up like plays that really maximize these guys. It's just concerning. And I saw somebody say in the chat that, it's the first game to chill. I would say to that person.
It's just one person that said that, Lex. Obviously,
I know,
they wasn't here
but-
for the long haul.
And whoever's saying that, man,
This ain't a
they
chill.
ain't been around. They haven't been around the
That's what I
Pelicans
was
and
gonna
watched.
say, like-
They ain't watched the Pelicans in years. It's the same people saying that one game shit, and the next thing you know, that one game become 30-something odd games, and they're doing the same thing. So I wouldn't buy into the one game chill shit. What you chilling for? What solutions you got? You got any real answers to the questions about Willie Green with that chill bullshit? I mean, that's the thing with the Pelicans, man. this novice be watching the game. They're not following the history of the team to understand what's going on, man. We've seen this before. We done seen this year after the year, game after game. Don't just pop up here one game. We've been doing this shit for a long time and following this team for a long time. So, these novice people with this one game chill approach don't have no fucking answers, man. They just pop up here and try to say something adversarial against what the bulk of the chat is saying, just to say something different to stick out. They don't have no answers about how to fix the team or what you're gonna present to the chat or to the community that's real solid and substantive that can explain what's happening with the team. This is a win. This shouldn't have happened tonight. This shouldn't have been a loss. The people was missing all their reserves, all their key reserves. They were playing with people that rarely played. That were third stringers with a banged up star. He had an ankle issue, even though he cranked what he cranked. In this game, the Pelicans, for the most part, had everybody at their disposal and should have not lost this game. And you contrast that with other teams about to get ready to play, like the Spurs and the next 9 games that they have on the docket. That's not going to be a good strategy. You got to start fast. This ain't starting fast, fam. My bad. Go ahead, Lex.
Oh no, I agree. And yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, because we've been here and we've seen this, and it's the same thing, different day, different month, different year, different years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree. And then I do want to apologize. Earlier when I was speaking, I did use the word hate, and somebody said that's a strong word, and I agree, it is a strong word. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that word.
Lex, don't apologize. I use strong words all the time. So.
Oh no, because I tell my kids, don't hate is a strong word. So I just want to practice what I preach and things like that. But that was pretty strong. It's just frustrating, when the rotational minutes are not the way that they should. So
I ain't gonna lie, Lex. I hate when the Pels play like this. I really do. Because it's like watching a horror movie you already know the end to, and and everybody around you just yelling at the screen, "Run! Don't go there! He's right there!" It's so predictable. It is just the same thing. If I didn't love the city and just love basketball, there's no way I would even watch. I would just turn it off. Especially if I had to come here and talk about it, like I already know where this is going. It never fails. But I feel you though. Hate is a strong word, but I think when you talk about the Pelicans and the way they perform tonight, you ought to get a pass for it.
I'm serious. See, a strong word too. Failure.
Yeah.
Failure is a strong word. Loser is a strong word.
Yes, it is. And we definitely have that at the helm right now.
Raccoon with a whistle. That's another strong word. Saboteur. That's a strong word. Can't coach. It's also strong words.
Force is a strong word.
You put stars in front of that.
What about togetherness? Is that a strong word? Because that's the word. That's what
DC, come on now, don't cut it out.
Yeah, you know what? In the realm of basketball, we rebuke that word. We rebuke it in the name of Jesus. We rebuke that word. And joy and force and good human beings.
I want y'all to go out tonight and play with togetherness. Put it all in. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna say this. I know we hitting this next. We got a problem next game.
Oh, let's go to it, Lex.
I mean, we already to it before it gets here.
As we can see, the illustrious matchup indicator has us getting our
that's for gambling purposes.
I ain't gonna lie, Lex. That's like a BX.
Put some money down. I'm thinking about going to put some money down, Lexxah. You know, then you had Wemby. Let me put this up here tonight.
Hide your money, y'all.
I don't
Hide
normally
your
do
money.
this, but as you can see, Wemby dropped 40 points. The man had 15 goddamn rebounds and 3 blocks in 30 minutes.
You know
We're
what?
gonna win, DC, because he's
You know
tired.
what? They would
BT
get
he
involved
tired.
in him though, man.
In
They would
30
get
minutes,
involved in
QB,
him.
you think he tired?
Yeah, we're gonna the game. Willie's game plan is that Wemby put up so many points that he tied, and then we're gonna throw Hunter Dickinson at him and start out.
They gonna start following him at some point, because that's all Hunter Dickinson gonna be good for.
It's gonna tackle him. You know, we got Hunter out there as a goon, gonna rough him up a little bit.
So the last 2 rookies of the year were the leading scorers for the Spurs.
No De'Aaron Fox though.
Yeah, there was no
Fox
De'Aaron Fox.
He's still
He's
injured
out till November 2nd.
until November 2nd. But guess what, Lex? As you can see here, we do got some Pelicans mojo going because Kelly Olynyk will be back to kick us in the ass, and he's estimated to return on October 24th, as well as Lindell Waters and Jeremy Sohan is supposed to be back on the 2nd, and so is De'Aaron Fox. But I wouldn't be surprised if all of these guys suit up, because that's just how it go with the Pelicans.
I mean, really,
that's a whole.
Everybody just gonna show up. And we got Misi, who's listed here as a game time decision. Carlo Makovich, they have him listed as returning on the 24th. Kevin Looney is listed to return on November the 8th, and DeJounte Murray is listed to return on January 2nd, which I think is very impressive for the Pels. I mean, I don't know where the clap button at, but I'm gonna go ahead and clap. They actually put up timelines for the injuries. I give him a little applause for that.
Oh, no, that's Joe. That's the Joe effect. You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing.
All of this shit would be to be determined and all of that type of shit, man. Like, you know, we don't get timelines, but they actually put up timelines for the Pels. So I'm impressed by that.
Question.
What's up, Lex?
Okay, so I'm just speaking of a situation. If you're down like 3 points, okay, and you see a specific player come to, after a huge play, a timeout is called. Do you think that player at the table comes in immediately after the timeout, or just wait until the game starts again and then they go to the table and check in like the timeout even never happened?
I mean, under this rendition of the Pelicans, I wish a lot of guys would just do, what you said, because what's going to happen? What is Willie really going to do?
I thought that was the weirdest thing. I'm sorry. I know we went back, but there's a lot of things, and I'm just like, please. But go on. What's your next question on the Spurs? Are you going to ask who's going to win?
We're going to get to that. But
I'm sorry.
But I would say things have to get worse before they get better. Lex, you hate it when I say that, but
no, they are worse.
Well,
we're ready for the better.
They might have to get it. They might have to get a little worse. We might have to go through another skid.
No.
The more we lose, the closer we are.
No, I don't want to hear that. That's what y'all said last season. And what happened? What happened, Stacey?
We right on the precipice, Lex.
What happened, Don Guillory?
I was watching
Tech Blitz. What happened? Who that daddy? You know what I'm saying?
Let me see if I can find some of these. They disabled the chat from the post game interview that I put up. They disabled the chat, Lex. You know what it
That's
was. You know what
terrible.
everybody was.
That's,
you know what everybody was
that's
saying in the
terrible.
chat. Everybody in
disabled
the
the
chat
chat.
was. Everybody in the chat was saying fire Willie Green on their post game Pelicans page for the Pelicans post game interview. Everybody was in the chat saying fire Willie Green. This dude
Wow.
is an idiot. Get this bum out of here. That's all everybody was saying in the chat.
Yeah.
So can you imagine us?
So much for
going
free
on
speech on the Pelican site, huh?
Right, they disabled. Can you imagine us going on a 7-game losing streak, 6-game losing streak? It might not
You
even
know
take
what?
that much.
That's
That
what
may
it,
be enough to
that's
get
what-
him out of here.
That's what it looks like. I mean, I'm not even sure if they can't even beat like Boston. Even though Boston is down and out right now, they're I don't feel like that. I don't feel confident that they're going to beat them. They're down like a lot of key players. They traded a lot of players away, and I don't even feel like they can beat them. And really, if every game is going to be close, I'm going to let everybody know. That is a red flag. You know why? How many games under Willie Green has the Pelicans won when the game is determined 5 points and under?
I say it's probably like 5 out of 40 or something like that, maybe 45.
You are being very nice.
Nah,
You are being very nice.
That's probably the real stat. Well, if
Yeah,
we
I
really
know,
go,
but I mean,
It's got to be low.
it might be
yeah,
like
thank you,
like
Stacey.
8 out of 8 out of 70.
I feel
8
like
out of
all of
60.
them, maybe one, maybe two.
You say under 5 minutes, right?
No, under 5 points. A game this determined 5 points or less.
Oh shit!
Got to be similar to the clutch time stats, clutch time wins and losses.
Because in the clutch, everyone needs to know this. In the clutch, thank you, Jay Carval.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
0 for 27.
What he said.
0 for 27. I knew it was something similar, but you know what? 5 for 40. That's basically the same thing. Just put a 0 instead of the 5. But anyway, yeah, in the clutch, Willie is not capable of winning games. He's not capable of doing it. We know that we can win blowout games. Okay? But close games, that's far few in between, or it's non-existent, really. It's just non-existent. So if the games are close, oh my goodness, that's like playing Russian roulette. I mean, like literally, it really is, because it's not looking too good. That's the only way the Pelicans can win is if it's a blowout. Close games, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of close games, and we're going to be saying, oh man, just like you said earlier, Big Q, we should have won this game. We should have won this game. You have so many key players that are out. You should have won this game. How many times are we going to be talking about that? Or saying that we should have won, we could have won, we would have won? You know, it's literally like that. Like we're that close, but you can't even get over the hump to position everybody to make a solid play.
This is true. Well, with that being stated, moving on to the Spurs, what are the keys to victory for us to possibly be able to beat San Antonio? Wait, I got to ask you about it. Without firing Willie Green. Huh? What are the keys to victory? What do they got to do to win on talent?
You know, become the coach on the floor. You know,
wait. Pause for 1 second, Lex. That is a very good sentiment. That is something that could be possible. Who would you think right now? I know who we want it to be. I don't. Maybe you think he's capable, but who do you think right now would be capable of becoming a coach on the floor for us right now?
Well, it would need to be Zion. I do a question. And this kind of goes with this. How did you all feel about Jordan Poole on tonight?
I
Poole's all
thought
right.
he I thought he
He played
played.
half
Yeah,
the
I
game.
thought he played solid, pretty much. He showed up the first half, and the second half he was just
Disappeared.
Yeah, because
Spears
yes,
should have
thank
played
you.
the whole second half, pretty much.
I felt like he kind of disappeared a little bit, but then it seemed like he was out for a long time. Did that seem like
Yeah, but I
he
mean,
was sitting?
I can't. Well, Willie Green has no imagination, so how dare he think it would possibly be a good idea to play Jordan Poole and Jeremiah Fears? That's just too many point guards at once. So that's kind of what kept him out, because the person who was playing his position was actually playing really well. So there's no way that our coach, could kind of think outside of
Put
that.
them in together
Yeah.
at the same
Oh
time.
no, that's
Play Poole at the
that's
two.
a Cardinals. That's a Cardinal sin,
But
Lex.
but yet
You
you
can't play
had
Jordan Poole at shoot guard, can you? That'd
you
be
had
crazy.
two strong defensive liabilities in the backcourt, and that made more sense.
Yes, you gotta go small ball.
Okay.
Lex.
I mean, I'm not
That's
saying Jordan Poole is the
only
best
way to
defensive
go.
player, but Jordan Poole has size. So, I mean, it's like if it's basically you're looking at the lesser of the two evils. Like it's like, okay, Jeremiah Fears, he really added the scoring. We really needed that. That was great. So yes, you keep him in. Jordan Hawkins, defensively and offensively, he really did not have it going. So you may want to sit him and maybe bring in Jordan Poole instead.
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying? Like, but to have Jordan Poole and Jeremiah Fears in there, it just, I don't know. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, he played Jose and Jeremiah Fears, and that wouldn't work. So, of course,
Yeah, there's a
Jordan
lot
Poole
of
and Jeremiah
there's a
Fears wouldn't
lot of
work.
defensive liabilities with the backcourt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of that's
And
why the reconstruction of the lineup really needs to be
that's
changed.
why I was shocked that Micah Peavy didn't get some minutes. I thought he seemed like a Willie Green type guy. I thought for sure he would play him.
I don't know what he's doing, but
I don't think he know what he's doing, Lex. He's still trying shit. This
no,
the
he's
preseason
not
right
trying
now.
nothing. He's not trying nothing. It's like he's
Trying
going
rotations.
backwards.
Some
But
weird
you
ass
know what?
rotations
It's
out
like
there.
you listen, and like right now, like even like with my team, and we just got finished like having tryouts for football players, baseball players, and people who run cross country. I'm immediately once I see the guys, I can tell you what position they're gonna play. I can tell, like, hey, you know what? This guy, his game seems kind of rocky, but you know what? If I put this guy in this position and he plays off of this guy, it really brings his game out. He just needs a role. You know what I'm saying? And some guys need that. They don't know what their role is. That's why you have someone like a coach who knows and understands the game and positions. And it's like, you know what? I know exactly where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Don't have the greatest handle. You know what? But you move well without the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to find those strengths and just mold them together. And it's not hard. It's not hard. If you know the game, how did this dude play in the NBA? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I should have been playing in the NBA over this dude. The only difference is, I wasn't the correct sex, but still, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out how this dude made it into the NBA. It's really mind-boggling because you should be able to do that stuff. But I don't know. I guess, since Herb was playing, maybe that's why Micah Peavy was sitting down and stuff. But yeah, you should be able to study your team like in preseason, in the off season, and know exactly what to do with them. After seeing them, seeing what they're comfortable in doing, seeing where their game could go once they start putting in that work to improve their handle, improve their balance, improve their triple threat, how they're moving in the game and stuff like that. Understanding plays, whatever it is. It's really just taking the time to just look. But you know what? If he's looking, I don't think he's looking with purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just looking, like, literally. There's nothing to it. I'm finished, y'all.
Big Q, you still here with us, brother?
Yep. I'm just taking it all in, man. Listening to Lexxah, making some great points.
What are your keys to victory for the Spurs against the Pelicans? Without tying Willie Green up and putting him in the basement.
Hosting the show tonight. We're doing a great job tonight hosting the show. By the way, you get the stuff going on. Y'all give a round of applause in the chat. Throw up some flags. Something for DC. A thumbs up for DC.
Why flags, brother? Why flags?
American flags. I ain't saying that.
They're not red, right?
Y'all put some green and yellow ones up if you like, but
Thank you, Lex.
DC did a really good job. Y'all throw some books up in the chat too. DC did a really good job reading the stats.
I don't need some digs, too many
digs. Did a really good job of reading the stats. Yeah, DC did a really good job of reading the stats. So shout out to DC.
We got it. Thank you, brother. What is
okay?
That sounds very wonderful, Lex.
All right. Now, see, this is the thing, man.
Against the Spurs, my brother.
Well, this is my thing, man. I just want to give you your trophy from Cool Runnings. But outside of that,
we lost tonight. I don't need no trophy.
Okay, cool. Participation trophy. All right. So anyway, listen. This is what
I throw them shits away. No.
Okay. All right. So my keys to victory for this game, man, is for the Pelicans. I ain't gonna say it's simple, but it's fundamental, right? Trey Murphy had an off game. I don't think Trey will have an off game against the Spurs. I think Trey will get more involved. He'll score more points in this upcoming matchup. That's something I think Zion will be more keyed in for the game. We'll see a little bit better or more stronger performance as a trio between those guys. I think Herb did a really good job, his side of it. But the keys for me is the communication. As you can see, when the game started to break down in the clutch moments, Pelicans started committing very ridiculous and low IQ turnovers, bad passes, unforced errors in the clutch moments of the game. That can't happen. So they got to respect the ball. That's number one. They got to respect the ball during those time frames. They have to be able to communicate, especially on defense. What happened with Herb Jones being one-on-one with Ja Morant with all that space around him was egregious. That was awful. That was terrible. Herb is a solid defender, a really good defender, but that is a lot to ask for Herb Jones to guard Ja Morant with one foul remaining. That was stupid on the back end of the game. So that type of stuff has to be limited. I know they ain't going to be able to totally stop that, but that has to be limited and as far as that's concerned. So I expect a more competitive Pelican team. Like you said as well, you coined that phrase about winning just with all talent, because they're not going to out-scheme anybody. So the Pelicans will get victory simply because all the players are hitting shots. So you're gonna see a Trey Murphy.
If Willie don't ice
that's
him
true.
Out,
so if Trey hitting his shots, with Trey hitting his 3-pointers, Jordan Poole hitting his 3-pointers, and then you get other guys. Herb hits one or two of those guys, and then Zion is doing this thing. So you will have times when they'll be doing what they're supposed to be doing. But outside of that, it's like my bell is here, so that's all I got for you guys.
All right. I'm sorry about that. But
hey, DC.
What's up, Lex?
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, but we got a super chat first, baby.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, my bad.
My man D Nola 60, appreciate them 10 bones. Willie Green needs to be fired. He doesn't handle rotations well, and another third quarter screw up. So with
here.
Donations. 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 Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
Appreciate all the gifts. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, Lex. You could go ahead and expound on that.
Ball movement and player movement. Guys can't go one-on-one. If no plays are being called, guys need to set screens. I think one of the biggest things that I would love to see is, Zion in the pick and roll, maybe with Derek Queen or Misi. I think we saw it just a few times, but it wasn't because, I don't know. I got to go back and look. But if we could get that, more of that, getting Zion downhill a whole lot more. Even with Zion, he was doing a lot of one-on-one, but no screens were coming.
Right. More ISO ball, remember that? It looked just like the preseason, huh, Lex?
Relocation to the ball. If things fall apart in the pick and roll, you got somewhere to dish it out. I think we could have had like more of that going on. Boxing out. We're definitely going to have to be boxing out. Wemby is, obviously he's long, but if you can just go back to basic fundamentals and box him out, make him go over your back, and trust me, the way that he gets off the ground is going to be very convincing if you're boxing him out and he goes over your back. It'll be like a tree, like, being cut down or something. That's something that will really help. But just really being, having that quick first step to the ball. One thing that I saw with the Spurs, they were really on that ball. They just had a quicker step to the ball. So guys need to be alert. You need to get the ball with a sense of urgency. We need to value the possession. Value the possession. Don't just throw away careless turnovers. You got to take care of the ball. This team is very disciplined. So how do you counter discipline? Well, you have to be more disciplined. You got to be more disciplined. Now, all that being said, with this team, all those things are going to be hard to do because, it's almost like the bad habits are kind of, in a weird sense, they're encouraged. So we just, the team just has to be better in the best way that they can on getting back to fundamentals, ball movement, player, rebound the ball, you got to box out. And then just valuing that possession and being disciplined. And if they can do that, not playing too far on weak side, if they can do those things, as well as play with energy, because energy is going to be needed, because the Spurs definitely played with a lot of energy on tonight. They just wanted it more. They wanted to win more. And the Pelicans, they got to level up.
Okay. Great points, Lex. And I'd like to add one thing to it.
Okay.
For the Pels to be able to win against the Spurs, I think we need to.
Up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. For the Pels to be able to win against the Spurs, I think it's something very simple that could happen. We all talked about it tonight. You had Jeremiah Ferris playing awesome. And for some reason, after he took a breather that he didn't look like he needed, he didn't come back into the game until a minute and 30 seconds left. You had Zion come out when he was getting into a rhythm
Yeah.
and going on a run.
Mhm.
You had Trey and Jordan Poole sit for extended minutes, and they
Yeah.
clearly were, iced out or cooled down. So Willie Green needs to lean more into playing as starters, extended minutes, especially if they got something going.
Yeah.
Let them ride that wave till they start to simmer down a little bit, and then you go ahead and pull them out, man. I mean, you can't. It's almost like Willie Green runs his rotations like how the auto coach would on 2K. It's just like these set minutes, and when I get to this point, no matter what the hell is going on, I'm gonna just pull them out. And you sitting there with the controller, Joe Dumars sitting up there. Maybe he can only pull a controller out for home games. Maybe that's what it is. But Joe Dumars is looking, no, don't take him out right now. Why would you do that? But they in Memphis. So we'll see what it looks like at home. But I think the rotations were so bad that it causes a lot of other issues that show up as fundamental basketball things, or players can't hit shots, players can't make free throws, players having turnovers at inopportune times because they're out of rhythm. Like basketball is a game based on rhythm. And Willie Green obviously does not understand rhythm at all.
No, he doesn't.
So if he can just, it's the weird thing, because remember we used to talk about Willie not wanting to open up his bench, not wanting to go 10 deep. He went 10 deep tonight, but he actually didn't need to.
Mm-mm.
We only needed to play maybe about eight or nine guys, and the ninth guy might not have to play a whole lot of minutes, but he actually needs to lean more into his shorter rotations like he wants to do. And for the love of God, if Misi plays or Carlo is back, do not try this small ball shit against the Spurs.
Yeah, you know he's gonna do that. He wants to do that so bad. He wants to put Zion at the 5 so bad.
Oh,
You hear me?
Is not a center. Nothing about him says
I know.
center. Nothing.
Zion is actually like a 1, 2, or a 3.
He had Sadiq Bey. They had him and Herb taking responsibilities at the 5 as well too, Lex.
But
and
that's
all
what the
6'6"
problem
and
is.
6'7". Like what are you doing, bro? But nonetheless, it don't help the defense in the paint. Ja was scoring too easy.
Man, they didn't even stop ball. Did you see that? There was like 3 possessions where the Ja just ran down the court and nobody stopped ball. I'm like, really, people? This is what we doing? That's how you know things are just so in a state of confusion.
Yeah. Love to see some more points, Zion. Well, actual actions though.
Yeah.
But
people not just standing around.
But the thing that's really interesting is another point of view is that it's different when you see Willie Green from across the NBA versus seeing them as the VP of your team. You can actually focus on the game and see what he's actually doing, which is really why the Pelicans are losing these games. Like it was a 6-point loss, but it feels like it was a lot more. It's crazy. But the guy that hired him wanted to fire him. Yeah, that's the crazy part. The guy that hired him realized he made a mistake, was trying to fire Willie Green, and ended up getting fired himself because the Willie Green hiring was so ridiculous. She got attached to Willie because she liked Willie Green personality. But that will not save him this year. It won't save him. Willie Green is just not good enough as a head coach for this team. Now, he's a decent assistant. Just somebody to be quiet. Like you got some of these guys like Brewer and all these guys back here helping you, pep talking you, and this type of stuff as an assistant coach. But in terms of like actual head coach. He's not a strategist. He's not a chess player in terms of his very low IQ. He has not established anything that the team can really play behind consistently. He doesn't know who to play behind. Like, he doesn't put the ball in the hands of his. So it simply is what it is. What I'm saying, man. Is that Willie Green is these games, the next 10 to 12 games, you'll be watching Willie Green, because he's the only thing that didn't change about the Pelicans. So it's not going to get any easier. But like I said, some of these games, the Pelicans, they're going to win because their players will hit shots and will win games based on that. But when it comes down to the clutch games, if they're close and strategies involved, we're more than likely not going to win a game because the coach is not. That's not his strong suit.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a matter of strong suit, Q. I just think he don't have a suit for coaching at all. Like,
Yeah, thank you.
He's just not a coach. He's
just up there, Nick.
He's
just up there.
Yeah,
he's not a coach, man.
because he's totally reliant on the talent. He's totally at the mercy of what these guys do, but he's not helping. He's not giving them any guidance. He's not drawing up any plays. He can't, he doesn't really. I think this is the biggest thing, the feel. Like, there is a feel to the game. There's a vibe. There's a flow. And he's not one with that. Like, and it's so weird because I don't think that's talked about enough. When you look at these other coaches, they have a very nice feel for the game. Like, they understand, like, they have situational awareness. They just understand and they know exactly what to do. And even if it's not situational, like, it's almost like the spirit of the game. I mean, I don't know if it's good to take it there, but I just, there's just something about it. Like, you gotta feel it, man. You gotta feel it. And it's just bad. He don't feel nothing. For him to have faith in God and stuff and things. And are you sure? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, I mean, it's just that's something. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all know we feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some conviction about the game.
Ball on soul. That's what you're saying. You soul. You got a soul. You ain't got a basketball soul.
Oh my goodness! You better speak that. Thank you, McHugh. That's what I'm talking about right there. A basketball soul. That's exactly it. That was perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ooh, that was heavy.
BJ Twix say he's starting to think Willie on the spectrum.
And
I think that sums it up.
And then you just brought it. Oh, goodness gracious! I'm sorry. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah.
But nonetheless, so game predictions. Do y'all think the Pels can pull it out and get a dub on the road against the Spurs? And then with that,
it's possible.
Go ahead and give your closing statements.
Is that a home game?
Yes, it's
possible. Yeah,
it's our home open.
It's possible if they hit their shots, because they have enough talent and shooters to make it competitive. It's possible if these guys hit their shots, but it won't be anything that Willie Green do. It's about the players. If the players hit their shots, they have a chance. Like tonight, Willie Green's coaching could have helped if he was a coach. But if Trey hit a couple more shots, they more than likely could have won the game. So if the talent performs and the shots fall for the top three and guys get involved, they could possibly win the game. But if it's not that, then chances are it probably won't. So I'm just gonna go with the Spurs. But it is a chance that they can win. But I got the Spurs in this one.
Uh-oh.
What you say,
Sean and
Lex?
Tasha aren't in here, are they?
Oh, they basking in the glory of the Spurs. They had a pretty good home opener, so.
Yeah. They blew out the Dallas Mavericks, man.
Mm-hmm. What you say, Lex? You think the
That's how you open the
Pelicans
season.
or they lose?
The Pelicans won't win.
Damn.
But not because yeah, we already know what it is, man. I mean, I feel like this is gonna be at every stream.
Everyone, Lex, you don't think we're gonna get a win this year?
No, like it's still. Let me drop my mic.
God damn.
No, listen.
Let's say we go at 0-82.
No, I want you to.
Well, 0-15 for Willie
it's not that. It's the fact that we're gonna see a lot of the things that's hurting the team. That's even if they do win, there's still gonna be the problems are still gonna be there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost like we can't really be excited even if the Pelicans do win. Because it's like, dude, some of the same things that you do in losses, they were still there. Y'all just happened, the team, like Trey was hot. Zion was really feeling it in that game. Fears was really feeling it. You see what I'm saying? That's what is concerning. That's the problems are still there. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not gonna win a game or games, but my thing is like, look, the problems are just going to be there, whether they win or whether they lose. It's gonna be the same thing. They just got lucky on that night, basically. That's what I feel like. I mean, it won't. I feel like when we come to these streams, it won't be like, man, like we're seeing improvement. Man, these were some great plays. I feel like the third quarters, we've all talked about the third quarters. Third quarters have been a problem in the past, and they're still a problem. We know that if a team hits a 40-point quarter or has a 40-point quarter, that's basically a loss. Have the Pelicans ever won when the other team had just one 40-point quarter? I mean, I don't think they've won a game. Like, that's almost guaranteed that, hey, well, that's a loss.
I'm gonna say no, Lex. That usually comes on those third quarter collapses Willie Green loves to have, as if it's part of his game plan.
Can somebody tell me what does he say to the team at halftime?
Keep doing what you're doing.
And what is that?
Keep doing what you're doing. That's
oh
pretty much what he said.
Anybody else want to take a crack at it?
What else could he possibly say?
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna go out there, we're gonna keep going doing what we've been doing, and we're gonna go ahead and let's close out this quarter.
He ain't saying we gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness.
Knox Villain say
we need a camera in there.
Togetherness,
really
love.
Know what he says at halftime.
Togetherness, joy, and compassion, baby.
Because it's like, dude, whatever you're saying at halftime, it is not motivating.
Not at all. But I think the Pels are gonna get the dub against the Spurs for one reason. I do think the players are upset about the way this game went. You had Fears, who's a phenomenal rookie. I know VJ put up like 30 points tonight, so he's gonna be the guy that's probably getting all the talk. right now. But Fears went out, shot 70%, 18 minutes, gave 17 points on the road as a rookie. So I don't know what his stat line is going to look like, but I just see him having an impact in any game that he plays significant minutes in some way. And I think Derek Queen, the more he plays, the better he'll get. Obviously, he looks like he needs to get into game shape. We are shorthanded with the bigs, but Trey Murphy, Zion, both having an off game, I don't see it back home in the blender. And I think they'll be able to go ahead and take one. They clearly should have won tonight. We obviously going to have to win on talent. And Wemby did drop 40 points. Was only 30 minutes. But is he going to drop another 40, 50-point game? I think Wemby is a player of that caliber. Hold up, Lex. Let me finish. Wemby is a player of that caliber that can pull off such performances. But I think this is the year where he's starting to string those type of things together. And we may be able to catch him. Well, you can't put a performance together like that back to back. Only got a day of rest in between. Both teams are traveling back. I think we can get a win against the Spurs, but I think wins will come few and far between. And this is on one stipulation that I think Carlo Makovich will be able to suit up. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If he coming back on 24th. Carlo ain't a savior or nothing, but I mean, damn, we need some bigs, right? So you'll have Dickerson, Carlo, and Queen. Okay. If Carlo don't suit up, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. We're probably gonna be in foul trouble.
Oh,
Wemby
yeah.
went out there and scored 40 points, and he finally looks like he has realized he doesn't need to shoot 5 or 6 3-pointers. That's all everybody's waiting for him to figure out. You know, he stopped doing that or just figure out, I guess the situations where he should shoot those and shouldn't, dude gonna be a problem. And we don't have an answer for him. But I'm going to still stand on this. Zion don't have a lot of off games back to back.
I mean, this
I don't see them having an answer for
Zion, though.
It was Lexxah. I mean, watching.
No, I mean he could have did better, but if you look at what he was doing defensively, rebounding, this is one of his better rebounding days. I mean, it'd be nice if it was double digits, but he was keeping us in it for the most part. I think the timings of which he came out the game, when he was pulled out the game, that was bad timing because he was in a rhythm. And like I said earlier, Willie broke his rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I think Zion could have did more, but when you have someone standing in as the coach and pulling someone who has it going, I mean, helping out the other team, it makes it very difficult. It's very glaring.
You're right, but that first half, the second half, he was a lot better. Defensively, he was
I didn't see the first half. So,
the whole game. Yeah, that's what the first half, it was really rocky. I should have
asked y'all what happened.
It was really rocky. That's where a lot of those blocks came from. I was talking about Lexxah. Zion was missing shots he would make. And, I can't act like he was just horrible because he was getting fouled and they wasn't calling nothing. Memphis did, get 43 free throw attempts. And we got 33 or something. So there's a lot of free throws on both sides. But I just don't see another performance like that from Zion or Trey. And the one thing, Wemby, ain't no answer for him. But I don't feel like they have an answer for Zion or Trey either on their team. Jeremy Sohan, probably their best defender. He may or may not be back, so.
They do have an answer for Zion and Trey, right?
Come on, Lex. I'm talking about the Spurs.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about them too. They do have an answer. and he's an informant. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
I think the Pels can go and they can pull out this one. We know they ain't going on no winning streak. I ain't saying that, but I think they can pull out this one win against the Spurs. Last time I remember them playing the Spurs, I think we lost. But the game before that, that's when Zion had that. Well, you know what? I'm thinking about the season where we were actually in contention because shit, last season didn't really even come. When Zion hit that game winner is really the one I'm referring to. Thinking about that, but I think they can get one, man, against the Spurs. They don't have an answer for Zion. They never did, even though you would think Wemby would be a great deterrent to him. Don't really happen. Now my man Don Guillory, bro. I'm saying I didn't say it was bad. I say it was off. 50% for Zion. Still kind of off. It was under 50%. It was actually 47.
He usually
It
shoots
was
60.
47. Right. That's an
there
off
was
night.
more-
That's an off night for Zion, bro. That's how good the dude is.
Yeah, I mean, Zion could have easily gave more. I don't want to say off, but I mean, he definitely could have did a whole lot better. Like I said,
he had a rocky start, and
when
it
your
was- his
rhythm
was messed up.
is broken, and really you're not put in a position to get things going, that makes it difficult. That makes it very difficult, and it you have to allow a player to get into a rhythm. You really do, and that makes the world of a difference. That's just like Zion was in a rhythm at 5:34. Okay, third quarter. Because
God, that was such a
Memphis was going on a
crazy-
run.
That was
That's
such a
when
crazy
Zion was the
crazy
only
song.
one who had it going. Like he was
Crazy.
in a great rhythm. He was back to back to back to back baskets, and he was subbed out. I mean, that's crazy. That's just crazy. You don't do that to your own player. You just don't do that. Let alone, the star. But like I said, Willie Green treats Zion like a role player. He does. He doesn't like him.
I would never
It shows in
understand.
his actions.
I would.
Actions speak louder than
It's
words.
not just him, Lex. I've seen him do like he did the same thing to Jeremiah Fears. You think he
Yeah,
hates him?
Jeremiah. Yeah, I agree.
You think he hates him? I don't think so. I
Well,
think
he doesn't like rookies because he'd rather sit.
I mean, he started Herb as a rookie. He started Yves Mises. I think Misi. I think Willie is just a fucking idiot. He's just stupid. It's really that simple. Maybe he don't like Zion. I think y'all might be on to something about that, especially after watching that interview tonight. And
Yeah,
they
he
brought that
doesn't.
up. His body language
Like,
and everything changed. But
yeah, he's not like the thing is Willie does not want a star on this team. That's the way he really operates. Oh, you're getting too much shine. Let me sit you down. Think about it. That's a warped mentality, especially when you're coaching in a league that is built on stars. Like it's a star-driven league. And you operate your team like you want everybody on the same playing field. Everybody's not on the same playing field. You have strong role players. You have guys that do well that come off the bench, and you have guys that lead the charge, that are your closers. And he just doesn't understand that. Everything, all the moves that he makes scream out, hey, everybody here is a role player. And maybe it's something like an insecurity that he has because he was a role player. I mean, he didn't get any shine when he played. So, I mean, I don't know where it comes from. It could be the fact that he's stubborn, but that needs to be studied. But really, I'd like it to be studied him away from the Pelicans, maybe at his crib, never around the Pelicans facilities, around the players. It needs to be studied afar, like out of sight, out of mind, forever. Back to you, DC. You know what I'm saying?
I think it could be studied, Lex, but when people start to actually research
At a
it,
distance.
it don't even take. It's like armchair research. They ain't really got to do no real research. They're like, oh, this shit ain't a worthy topic. The dude's just an idiot. Like, why waste my time to try to prove any points? It is so glaring that he's just company guy, man. Like, I don't know why he's here. I don't know what Gail sees, but it's clear and obvious to me that Joe Dumars would never. You know, if you look at his tenure in Detroit, and he fired so many coaches. And he had some good coaches over there. But and everybody left Lex, except for Willie. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I know. And everybody needs to understand this. This is not Joe Dumars' fault. Yeah, everybody needs to know that. And we need to continue to say that. Willie Green is not Joe Dumars' coach. I think, I'm pretty sure that he wanted to get rid of him. Willie Green's only here because of Gail. Okay?
Right.
Gail basically told Joe that, hey, you can clear out anybody and everybody. I want to keep Willie Green because he's a nice man.
I just don't understand.
Okay? So please understand that Willie is not here because of Joe. Joe would like to fire him. He does want to get rid of him because that's not Joe Dumars' type of coach. Willie Green is only here because of Gail. Please understand that. So, and that needs to be said because that's what the problem is. If you want to blame somebody, don't blame Joe, because this is his first few months in his tenure and everything. And let me tell you something. Griff butchered a lot of things with this organization. This organization was butchered before Joe Dumars got here. That needs to be made clear. I just want to give the man a fair chance. That's why I'm saying this. Okay? It was butchered. He came in and he was aggressive. He was trying to make changes. That is, that makes sense. He was trying to really change the culture. He took down those stupid signs. He removed or relieved CJ of his services. Okay? Like, he got, Poole and Sadiq Bey for him. Okay, so in order to really, make this fair, this right here, it's not going to be fair until Joe gets the guy that he wants on the coaching staff. Okay, I just want to make that clear, and to be in all fairness to him, because this is all Gail right now. She is a huge problem because she is not empowering. There goes that word again. She's not empowering Joe Dumars to truly do his job like he needs to. And the head coaching position is a very important position within an organization when you're running a sports organization. So if you have beef, please say Gail's name. Say her name. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, look, we gave Griff a chance and he butchered things up. All I'm saying is, like, give Joe a chance. Less than 6 months, I don't feel like that's like a true chance, and you can't even get all your people up in here. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, family. Pelicans play Friday at 7. So after the game, we'll be right back here. Hopefully, we can not pummel the shit out of Willie Green on these mics on Friday and actually have a few positive things to say. But it is what it is.
Like
it's gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be Christmas in November, though, Lex.
Last season and the season before.
Most definitely. I ain't mad at it. But with that, do you have any closing words? Anything else you like to say, Lexxah? You had many great takes tonight about beating Willie Green into the concrete. Do you have anything else to follow that up with?
Take the Pelicans on the money line. If you don't want your money.
Hey, the matchup indicator is up there for gambling purpose only. You heard it here first by Lex. She's been telling you. In that matchup indicator, you know, it'll be right a lot of times. I think you might be wrong this time. Right
oh my God! Hey, real quick, are we opening up the lines to the fam?
It's Friday, so possibly, but got to run that by Big Q and make sure, if possible, probably for a period of time, we should be able to do that.
You know what? Yeah, because I was thinking about that. What time the game start?
7. So we're gonna be right back here at this time, and we can't go for 2 hours before we let the fam get up in there. So
oh yeah, you know that's right. I got my season's about to start, so it's about to get crazy. I got games Saturday morning.
Ooh, yeah. So
exhibition games.
Yeah, we ain't gonna make that one a late one. So I don't know. We got let's see. I know we got a game. Let me see when's the next game. So I know we have one Friday night. Let's see when the next possible game is. I don't think the Pels have a game on Sunday. See the full schedule here. So Memphis, we start the season off with an L. So we be back at it on Monday. So we got a game on Friday night, and then we got one on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Damn, we just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. So Lexxah, Friday would, I guess, be our only opportunity for a call-in because we ain't doing no call-in show on Monday night. And we're probably just going to have to modify the time, but I run across Big Q and we'll see how we going to do that. Okay. So join us here Friday night for All Things Pelicans. We're going to give you them honest, real, heartwarming, full of laugh type of takes, and definitely truthful towards the Pels, especially none other than Willie Green. We should have put him on the thumbnail tonight because it just was such a horrible travesty of coaching tonight.
Yeah.
But with that, it's still go Pels, and we'll see y'all Friday. Peace.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always saying, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, bunch of train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever.